Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 17 plate Volkswagen Transporter. This is a T6, which is the shape. This is the T32, which means it's got a 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight. This has got the 2 litre TDI Euro 6 150 brake horsepower diesel engine, which is accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox. This is the short wheelbase Highline Kombi, and what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Highline Kombi of this age. I'll also point out to you the optional extras which are on this particular example, so you know the difference. And of course there are a few bits which have been added to this one, not from factory, which we'll also talk you through as well. We'll also have a look at the condition of this particular example and talk a bit about the ownership and service history, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. If you'd like to see the full advert for this vehicle and the price, etc., you can head over to our website, which I will come to a bit later on in the video, which is bridgeendvans.co.uk, listed on all of our branding here. You can see on the sticker and on the bottom of the number plate just there. Anyway, starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with a rear glazed tailgate. What I mean by that is tailgate is one door which opens like so, and glazed meaning it has the rear window. Obviously fantastic for manoeuvring, because you've got a rear view mirror, you can see out the back, gives you a lot more visibility. In terms of condition here then at the rear, we'll use the reflections where we can here to point out anything which I can see, but I must say this is looking very, very clean and tidy throughout. Looking at all the paintwork, as I say, looking for any little dings or dents or anything, but it's all looking very, very nice. On the rear bumper, on a Highline, you get colour-coded bumpers and mirrors, and you've got rear parking sensors as standard as well on a Highline. There are a couple of minor marks to the very top of the rear bumper, which is very common to see because of course it's such a high traffic area, loading things in and out to the back, but this is certainly in very good order for one of this age and mileage. You also get colour-coded door handles, and you can see that this one has actually had the badges changed, so we've got lovely gloss black badges, and I think when you tie that into everything else, all the other styling add-ons, I think it really does set the vehicle off very nicely. Now let's talk about the first optional extra, and that is a reversing camera, which you can see just nicely nestled under there. Very, again, super handy for manoeuvring, especially if you're not used to a van. Full model denotion there. So you've got T32, as I mentioned, 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight, 150 brake horsepower, and you could tell that as well with the single red eye on the end, and of course Highline is the spec. Another add-on here then, we have got the rear spoiler, and again this is all part of this full styling package which is on the van. Gives it a much more sort of sporty look. If we open up the tailgate then, nicely assisted with the 2 gas struts on either side. We have a look inside here then, start to have a look at the load area that you get on a Highline Kombi. So they leave the wheel arches exposed like this, and you can see they're all in really, really good order. This is the correct location for the toolkit, that screws into the wheel arch just there. But you can see it's all in really, really good order. These are the original factory panels which come on the side, of course, to protect the vehicle from any dents to the metalwork, and you get a full headlining as well in a Transporter, which a lot of vans do not give you. Looking then at the floor, again this is the factory floor that you get in the back of the Kombi. You can just see there you have got a bit of sort of give in the floor, so if you're going to be going into this vehicle maybe on your knee to go and grab something, as I say, it's not quite as painful as stepping on Lego. We've got the tie-down points here in the back, so you've got 4 of those in the back of a Kombi, and you've also got a few load lights in here as well, which just make everything that much easier. This one has had a couple of sockets added. These wouldn't be standard, they have been added there in the back, so again quite handy to live with day to day. Looking then at the inside of the tailgate, we've got another panel in here, one of the original factory panels, and that's all looking in really good order. The camera's not liking focusing on that for some reason, but all in really, really good order. And they also give you this nice grab handle here to be able to pull the tailgate down once you're finished with it. Moving then down the passenger side of the vehicle, another optional extra on this one is the mud flaps. I don't know whether these have been from the factory or have they been added afterwards, but I believe that these are the factory ones. So as I say, nice optional extra there, saves the van from getting stinking when we get the winter weather like we're getting now. Lovely 20-inch Wolf Race gloss black alloys. These are brand new with brand new tyres, so of course no marks whatsoever on these. The tyres have done next to no miles, probably literally a mile, I would assume. So absolutely spot on condition throughout there, and I really think they are, well, probably my favourite feature of the van, if I'm honest. I think they just really set the vehicle off. And out of the Wolf Race range, I think they are probably the best in the Wolf Race range as well. I think they are really, really smart. They are tied in then with the lovely black sidebars and black roof bars. And again, of course, these don't come as standard from the factory. These have been added afterwards, as they add to a really nice styling package throughout. You can tell this is a factory Kombi because you've got a flush side window. So if this was an aftermarket one, you tend to see these are either not opening at all or they are recessed slightly. So you can tell straight away this is a factory Kombi with that glass. We can open up one of the side loading doors, because that's another optional extra on this one, is that it has got twin side loading doors. So as standard you would get one on this side, on the passenger side. But as I say, you get driver's one as an optional extra. Looking then at the rear seats, and this is really what makes the Transporter Kombi unique, and that is the rear seat setup in the back of these. This one is, again, another optional extra, is that this one is got the 2+1 seating configuration in the back. As standard, they come with one full bench. Benefit of having the 2+1 is, of course, you can operate the 2 or the 1 completely independently of the others. You have this little lever on the side. You give that a pull, you can fold the seat forward like so. That gives you some easy access into there, and this makes removing the seats very, very simple. Once you've done that, you've got a little bar here on the back of the seat. Give that a pull and that will release it from the floor, and you can remove that seat altogether. That allows you then, if you wanted to load something longer down one side, and you can do very much the same thing on the other side as well. The other thing that you can also do is these little cloth tabs here. So there's one in the middle and one on this seat just here. If you give that one a pull, you can then fold the seat in half, like so. And again, you can get a Kombi bed which goes over the top of these, or again, you can load items over the top, making it very, very convenient to live with. So as I say, a real unique feature in the Kombi compared to a lot of other vans. As I say, they don't come with a bulkhead behind. So as I say, you can very quickly remove all of those seats and turn it from a 5-seater van into a 2-seater van with plenty of load space behind. Or as I say, when you've got the option of a 2+1 like this, you can just take 1 or the 2 out, and as I say, just endless options in the back. More tie-down points as well, a bit further into the load area just here. And as I say, this gives you a really good look then at just how clean and tidy this particular example is, in absolutely fantastic order. ISOFIX compatibility on the rear seats as well. You can just have a look here at the back of the front seats and see they're all absolutely spot on. If we open up then the passenger door, start to look inside the cab just here. The theme very much continues. Lovely condition on the passenger door there. The step, there's some wear there, but as I say, all in all, looking very, very nice indeed. And then another optional extra on this particular van is that it has got cab carpet. It gives it much more of a car-like feel. I'm sure that helps with sound deadening as well. You can turn the passenger airbag off here on the inside of that pillar just there. And we'll come to more of the spec when we go around to the driver's side. Looking then at the service history. So this van, another big benefit of this particular van, it's got a fantastic service history. So you can see here, this is our service. So every vehicle that comes through our doors, it goes right through our workshop. This one was coming up to near due a service, so we have fully serviced it. And you can see here that we've got 3 previous stamps in the service book, all with the same VW dealer, which is so nice to see. I always like to see a nice service history with a van, especially when they've kept it like that with the same manufacturer dealer. We also have a bill with proof of a timing belt being changed on this van. So that is of course due on these vans every 4 years, and we've got proof that was done around 69,000 miles in June of 2021. Looking then at the passenger front seat here, you've got twin adjustable armrests. There's a little wheel underneath each of those armrests. You can adjust those. You've also got height adjustment here of the full seat. And again, just in absolutely lovely order. This is called the Samora trim. I think it looks really nice against the black of the van. Moving then round to the front, and this is sort of where the action is in terms of the looks on these vans. So not only have we got the colour-coded mirrors here, of course it comes with colour-coded bumpers as standard, but not this splitter. So this is a added Sportline look front splitter to the van. So basically this part just here, that has been added. Of course, you've got the front fog lights on there as well. And the other thing that's been changed on this van, a subtle difference, but makes a huge difference in my opinion, and that is the grille. So this top grille and this bottom grille have all been changed to gloss black. And when you add that into the gloss black badge, the Sportline front splitter, I just think that looks absolutely fantastic on the end there. And then, as I say, you tie that in with the 20-inch full-face wheels, sidebars, roof bars, rear spoiler. I think that is such a stealth looking van, but with, again, fantastic practicality. Looking then down the driver's side here, and again, we're just having a look for any dings or dents or marks that we can see. It's all looking really clean and tidy. Just want to show you the bonnet as well. There's no excessive stone chipping or anything like that. Such a clean van this, it must be said. Of course, like anything, you're going to get the odd stone chip here or there. But all in all, looking really, really nice. And this black has got a fantastic gloss finish to it as well. Maybe if I'm being ever so critical, there's a tiny little pin dent just there, but I mean, I can't even point it out in the camera now. It's so minor. If we open up the driver's side loading door, this gives you another aspect then of this load space, and looking at those rear seats. And again, lovely to have that option there of the second side loading door, because then you can, of course, get access to those seats from both sides. If we open up the driver's door, then we can start to have a look inside here, the Highline spec that we get in the cab as a driver. So looking at the step, all again in really good order. Lovely again to have that cab carpet here, and you can just see no excessive wear or anything there. Looking at the driver's seat, we've got height adjustability here. All the seat is in really nice order with those twin, again, adjustable armrests. That's how you adjust them there on that little dial underneath. Really get into a nice seating position with those twin armrests. On top of the driver's door, we have electric windows. We have electric heated mirrors. So you can put that to that position. You actually get heated glass in there. Perfect for a winter's day. Driver's door card looking absolutely spot on as well. We have got auto-activated lights on here. And then if we look at the steering wheel, leather multifunctioning steering wheel. On the right hand side, this is where you can control the onboard computer, and you can also skip a track. And then on the left hand side, you've got your cruise control settings on there as well, and your volume for the radio underneath. Looking at the mileage, 78,692 miles, and you can see here that the vehicle is all running and idling correctly as it should. No issues there whatsoever. Up on top of the dashboard, a bit of extra storage here, and also a 12-volt socket. If we just jump inside briefly as well, 6-speed manual gearbox I mentioned at the start of the video to go along that lovely 150 brake horsepower engine. And then we've got another optional extra on this van, and that is the Discover Media Nav setup here, so which gives you a larger screen to begin with. So if you go onto the radio, I say this is a different sort of setup than what you would get in a standard one, much nicer on the bigger screen. You can go to band here, and you've got DAB radio, and as I say, this one has also got the actually inbuilt satellite navigation as well, so really, really nice to see that. If we put the vehicle into reverse, that's when you'll see the reversing camera displayed there on the screen as well. And as I mentioned, you've got the rear view mirror, so you can, as you can see there, you can see out of the back. Just makes maneuvering that much easier as well. Air conditioning comes as standard on a Highline, as does heated windscreen, a USB port and a USB port and an AUX port there as well. 12-volt socket underneath, and a couple of extra storage cubby holes as well. So a fantastic spec, as I'm sure you will agree. So just to summarise, this particular vehicle, 2017 on a 17 plate. It's one owner from new, one name on the logbook. A lovely service history as well, as you can see, with the 3 previous VW services, and of course our own service as well. And as I say, we have got a bill which gives the date, mileage and proof of a timing belt and water pump change prior to our ownership, which was in June 2018. 2021, and that was to say at 69,000 miles. And then in terms of spec, so not only have you got the fantastic standard Highline spec, which of course is things like air conditioning, cruise control, heated windscreen, etc., and then, you know, colour-coded bumpers and mirrors, but this one has got the full styling pack on it. So you've got the Sportline style front splitter, gloss black grills, gloss black badges front and rear, with 20-inch wolf race gloss black alloys, sidebars, roof bars, and rear spoiler. And then this one has got a lovely optional extra set of cab carpet. It's got the Discover Media nav, twin side loading doors, reversing camera. So absolutely lovely to see all these optional extras on the van. If you'd like to inquire, then please feel free to head over, as I mentioned, to our website here, bridgendvans.co.uk, where you'll see, of course, all of our stock advertised with, of course, the full price of this vehicle. We can also arrange finance on all of our vehicles, including the one that we videoed here today. And we can arrange finance for private individuals or limited companies as well. We can also take part exchange for cars and vans, so by all means get in contact for a competitive quote on your part exchange, and we can deliver our vehicles nationwide as well. Thank you very much for watching.